Hi, good morning. Thanks for joining us at HOPV last week. It was great to meet you all. I just want to do a quick recap of Zahner and Zimmer and Peacock and discuss what we had on the booth and what we discussed. So we were obviously here specifically to talk about perovskites and solar cells and dye-sensitized solar cells. And on the booth we had the IMPS system, where we were able to obviously modulate the light intensity. We were able to sort of photoactivate our cell, and we were able to look at the electrochemical response on that. So as discussed at the time, we were easily able to change the light sources, be it white light, red LEDs, go through the whole spectrum. There's over 50 LED light sources available. What makes it slightly different is there's actually a sensor here, and that sensor is actually measuring the light intensity emitted by the light source. So if it's not giving the light intensity that the software is demanding, then there's a direct feedback cable here, and that allows then us to increase the power to the light source so that we actually get the light intensity that we were actually expecting. So we did discuss photocurrent, photovoltaic, IMPS, and specifically the CIMPS with a control. Some people were also interested in the little PEC2 cell that we had on the stand. This is particularly useful for people who have kind of liquid electrolyte type studies, that you can put your own electrolyte in there. The windows are optically transparent. You can put reference electrodes, counter electrodes, and obviously working electrodes in here. And we also discussed the sort of vast amount of information that's also available on the Zahner website. I'll just do a quick, just to say, there's a good website there at zahner.de, and I would encourage people to go to the applications page, and they can really dig in then to some of the information regarding solar applications, etc. And then lastly, I also want to discuss transient spectroscopy. For very fast events, we discussed that we have a 40 megahertz card, which means if you have a event that's in the 25 nanosecond type region, then there's specifically a card for that. So I'd encourage you to have a look or to contact us regarding the transient spectroscopy. And also, just finally, there were some people who were interested in doing true parallel measurements of solar cells, for example. And so we were able to discuss that the IM6 can do up to 17 channels of, for example, do impedance spectroscopy on 17 channels at once. So please, if you have any questions, contact us at Zahner or Zimmer and Peacock, and I'll put a little contact button near this. Okay, thanks very much.